Hey, welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a video in a while. I've been really busy with lots of life stuff. I had some astrology stuff that was like going wacky, so I haven't made any videos in a while, but I'm gonna start getting back into it. And I'm gonna do the game, the Nashville, Tennessee Titans versus the Dallas Cowboys. And so um, it starts at 7:15 local, and I put it at 2 minutes after because it usually kicks off about 2 minutes after the broadcast time. December 29th, 2022. All right, so the first house has Leo in it, ruled by the sun, and the 10th house has Taurus in it, ruled by Venus. And so the first house and the 10th house are the favorite. So the sun and Venus are for the favorite, Dallas Cowboys. They're huge favorites, minus 600 money line and 12 minus 12.5 on the spread. And then the dog is going to be the seventh house and the fourth house, so Saturn and Mars. But then because this part of fortune is in the fourth house, it gets priority to be Mars. So the dispositor of the part of fortune will be something else. It's not going to be a significator. So then the dog doesn't get the Mars. So first you want to see what the moon is doing. So the moon right here, it's squaring the sun, and it's pretty tight. So the sun is the favorite, and that's good for the favorite. It's immediate. So if you click aspects, the moon is whoops. So they'll actually the sun is square the moon, but it's basically the moon is square the sun. Um, and then the moon is also sextile Mars. See right here at the top, um, and that's about a degree off. So moon sextile Mars, 1 degree in 7 minutes. And that would be normally like good for the dog, but because the dispositor of the part of fortune is a sign that it doesn't matter for the dog. Um, the so yeah, so it's basically just a testimony for the favorite so far, and also you want to look at the Antisha, which I don't see much going on here either. So I'll just go over to my notes. Um, so the Cowboys are huge favorites, and I do think the Cowboys will win this, and the spread is 12.5. So I just went through and I looked at the drive plays. So I have been understanding the drive scoring plays, how they're working. It's basically whenever a planet, Antisha or bodily, crosses the the angles. So here's a DSC. These are angles that I see, and the ASC and the MC. Those are all angles. When a planet crosses it, gets close to it, or on either side, or crosses it, is when there tends to be a score. So the and then what you can do on your bookie is you can, well, at least on mine, bet 365, you can do instant where you can bet the drive, and so that's how you can get in on a score play. And so the first one I really like is at 734. The APOF is cusp the DSC. So the APOF is like the Antisha of the part of fortune, which means the reflection of the part of fortune. So this is the part of fortune, but its reflection is over here. Okay, that's the orange circle with the X. And at 734, it's supposed to, it'll be right on the DSC. So what I'll do is I'll bet that drive. Um, and whoever scores, what I've noticed is that whoever scores, like what you can visually see scoring, is usually the team that wins. That's what I've kind of been noticing. So whoever scores right here is probably the team that's going to win. Sometimes the astrology or like the rules that I've been given, like they don't work or they flip. But and also like it's an isolated game, so that's why I'm choosing this game. Is you want games that are isolated. So at 7:34, you can bet I would bet the drive that the team scores. So you can do a touchdown, you can do a field goal, or you could just do a score in general. And then the further down the drive, the worse the odds, right? So if the Dallas Cowboys like got the ball at right off the hop, I guess. Well, I would imagine the first drive wouldn't. Whatever team gets to the first drive, if it's the Titans, if they get the first drive, you could bet that they don't score on that drive, or just like wait, and then the second drive, like I would imagine they'd be on the second or third drive by then. So you would want to line up that drive and then bet that drive. Excuse me. So I like that drive, and then I like all these times actually. So I think that the Dallas Cowboys will probably like smash them. So this spread might actually be worth it, or an alt spread, or and if you can get them live if they're down for some reason, I would definitely take that too. Um, so 809, I like this one. Let's go to that, and I'll show you why I like that. So here we have Saturn, which is actually it represents the dog, but it doesn't really matter once the scoring plays come through. I noticed it just matters that a planet crosses the DSC. So it's right in the middle. I've seen them score on either side of it, and usually it's on the lower side. But this is directly in the middle. And then another thing is that here's the part of fortune, and that it's square. So I think that a good scoring time would be 809. So the drive that lines up with that. But you can see here, I have all these other times. So 802 to 820. There's going to be a score around here for sure. So whatever drives you see that line up with, like the average of these times is 808 around. So 809 I think should be fair. Um, and you're gonna want to get your live bet in. Like you can get it in early, it might not come through, but you'll get higher odds. But when you see the odds start going down to like minus 110, that's when you're gonna want to start putting in your bet, which is what I'll do. Um, and you can do like a score or a field goal touchdown, like I said. So, and then I'll just scroll down. So if anybody wants to bet these ones too, or just watch, what I'll do is I'll have my alerts on, and then that way maybe I'll do a review video and we can see what happened. This game sucks, but just because the money line sucks. But the Cowboys definitely should win, and the spread looks good. Like I think they're gonna smoke them, to be honest. Um, but if you can get a live bet in while they're down, that would be ideal. Or just an alt spread, because 12.5, that's a lot. But I think they're going to smoke them anyways. So yeah, and then I'll make more videos. I plan on making more videos um, with all the isolated games in the NFL. And then once the playoffs come around, like astrology works way better too in playoffs. And yeah, hopefully make some more videos. And just some advice: if you have kids right now, young kids, and you see anybody who's sick, just keep your kids away from anyone who's sick, especially their infants, because there's this horrible virus going around right now called RSV, and my daughter got it, and it was intense, like in the ICU on ventilators and stuff. She's good now; she's back home, but it was crazy. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making any videos. This RSV virus is crazier than the other one. I had both, so I don't know why this one's not like considered more dangerous than the other one. But yeah, let's go Cowboys, and hopefully these come through here. So I'll be betting that 734 one. All right, have a great day, and hopefully I'll have another